and it's part of the imagery award. Okay? And we'll talk about that a little bit later too. So, so that 10 minutes, my goal was so that you guys had a little bit of a mental picture about sort of what everything is kind of going to look like. The rest of it's sort of a mystery. You'll find out when you get there. It's very cool. So let me tell you then about these 3 days and what you're going to be doing in these 3 days. The schedule I'm about to show you is very rough, so the exact times are going to be probably give or take a little bit, but it should be pretty close. There are 3 days you're going to be with us. The first day is on Thursday, and this is the day that you unpack your robot, because your robot got shipped off to us in a crate on February 17th. The trucks will bring it in and set it in your pit area. And your job this day is to get your robot out, do any last minute repairs to it, set up your pit area, do those sorts of things. So about 8 in the morning, 3 people from your team can go in and take the robot out of the crate and get things sort of set up. And then we have people that will come take the crate away. The reason that there's only 3 people, you saw how crowded that was. Imagine there's these big, huge boxes all in the way. So we're only allow 3 people in, get your robot out of the crate right away, and we're going to haul it off for you and store it, and then the rest of the team comes in. Thursday is practice day. That means that you guys can finish up the robot. You need to get your robot inspected. We're going to look at it, make sure that it followed all the safety guidelines. We'll have an inspection sheet for you guys to pre-inspect your robots with. It'll get inspected, weighed, and make safety checks. You'll also get 3 practice rounds where you guys can actually go out on the field and run your robot around for about 5 minutes to try stuff out. Usually we try and pull off a practice round in that 5 minutes, so about 2.5 minutes of it is a practice round. It does not count against anything, it's just for you guys. But they are scheduled, so you have to be sure that you're ready to go. And we'll, of course, let you know what times it'll be. You're also free to wander around, check out the other robots, and check out the other teams and see what everybody else is doing. Deb?
Question. On the practice rounds, can you go out on the practice field if your robot didn't pass inspection?
Yes, you can. So if so, the robot inspection, your robot has to have an inspection sticker and a pass on it before you actually get to compete. But if your robot isn't exactly ready, it's okay. You can go out on practice day without your inspections being done. It'll take the store away. Am I doing questions? Everybody going, oh my God, what I get something?
And don't feel bad. There are robots that aren't running.
Yes.
I mean, our goal is that you put that robot in a crate and it's running, but there are robots that we just didn't get it on February 17th done. And we hope to have SWAT teams there on Thursday from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. These will probably be University of Washington engineering students who have done the first program before to support you. You don't want to put it till that point, but
yeah.
we do have, there's a lot of rookies. Normally, a regional has 5 or 6 rookie teams. We're going to have about 30 some. So you will not be alone.
Yep. So you do everything you can to get your robot done, but if you didn't get your robot done, put what you've got in the box and ship it. And when you get there, and if you guys are completely stuck, we will help you. I'm not concerned about it. There's so many great mentors out here this year that you guys will get it done. So we got these 3 practice rounds, and then about 8 o'clock at night, it sort of closes down. So this day, if you have an enormous team, I would probably plan on Thursday on bringing just those who are really interested and are like working on the robot or really, really want to go. If you got some folks who are involved and excited about the team, but maybe might get bored after a couple of hours, you might want to let them wait till Friday when the action starts. Make sense? A lot of teams bring about half the team with them on Thursday or less. It's not a fixed number. If you're traveling from a distance, bring the whole whatever works for you. That's practice day. Let's talk about Friday. This is a day for everyone. This is when the game starts. Okay? It's about 8 a.m. we'll open the pits. You guys can go in and get all tuned up and ready. About 9 o'clock in the morning we'll have this opening ceremony. We usually have a guest speaker of some sort. I think it's the governor of the state of Washington this time. We're also working on some other very pardon?
The new or present?
The current, whoever it is. The superintendent of public instruction came and spoke last time. There's last year one of the speakers was the vice president of engineering at Boeing, who offered everybody in the room a job. So you might want to be there for this. That's very cool. Starting at 9:30, we run these things called qualifying rounds. And so how our game works is you're going to go out and run your robot probably 7 or 8 times, 7 or 8 different games. Each game you're going to form an alliance with 2 other teams. And so you might be the red alliance, and then the blue alliance will be 3 other randomly selected teams. And you guys have a couple of minutes to discuss how you're going to play together and who's going to do what, and then you go out and do your best. The winning alliance is the one that gets the points. Okay? I haven't seen the rules this year, but oftentimes the winning alliance, their actual qualifying points are oftentimes have something to do with the losing alliance's score. So you'll need to keep this in mind when you go to read the strategy. For example, one year it was, if I won my round, I got a win mark. However, my qualifying score, my ranking, was 3 times whatever my opponent's score was. So if you think about that, that means that I wanted to win, but I only wanted to win by 1 point, right? I didn't want to decimate the other guy. Does that make sense? So when you go to read the rules, we throw these little things at you guys. So make sure that you really understand how the scoring is done and try and understand how these qualifying rounds work. Because a lot of times it's in your best interest to make sure that your opponents have scored some points. Okay? Making sense? So this is pretty much a day of just qualifying rounds. There'll be a lunch break around 12. Qualifying rounds will probably end around 4 o'clock or so. Now, the other big thing that's happening is you're going to find guys and gals walking around in these blue shirts, and it'll say FRC judge on them. And these are the judges, and they're going to go around and during this day, and they'll come and talk to you guys. They want to hear from students. They don't want to talk to mentors. So if the blue shirts are there, mentors just let the students speak and just back off, because they form a poor opinion of your team if the mentors are engaged too much in the judging interviews. Okay? And they'll ask you all sorts of cool questions. There's no script for it. They want to know how you guys did, how you formed your team, what sort of things you've done. And they just have a nice little chat with you. It usually lasts about 10 minutes or so. So they'll ask you how you put your robot together. They might quiz you on some of the technical stuff. Not really quiz you, but just sort of probe to see how much you've learned and stuff. Okay, make sense? That happens pretty much all day on Friday. So at the end of the day, we have an award ceremony. We give away about half the awards on Friday, about half the awards on Saturday. And then about 5 o'clock, we're done for the day. At 6 o'clock, the pits are open until 6 on Friday, and then we close them down. We're going to have a team social, and that means that it'll be some nominal cost, like $10 or something, and we'll probably have free run of the Lazarian and IMAX theaters, and probably EMP. Working on that now. So it's kind of fun. So there'll be about 1,000 of you running around with wristbands or whatever. So it'll be a good time. That usually runs till about 8:30, 9 o'clock. And by then you're pretty much ready to go home and fall asleep anyway. Okay? Last year we had a private air show at the Air Force. They flew these big C-17 cargo planes around. It was really cool. But this will be fun too. I think we're going to get the new IMAX film. So we'll see what it is. Any questions about this so far? Pretty straightforward?